Welcome to Marriage Hot Takes. I'm your host, Aaron Degler, along with my wife, Kim Degler. We are here each week to just share a little bit about our marriage, some of the takeaways from it, and to leave you each week with a hot take that you can apply to your marriage and start making a hot difference with it. That's pretty good, huh?
Hot difference.
So if it's your first time, sometimes just never know what you get from the wild card over here. What might be said, and just never know. Yeah. So we're just going to talk a little bit about probably one of the biggest challenges in relationships and marriage is definitely one we've had to work on immensely. And we used to have a lot of arguments, heated arguments, until really about 5 years ago?
The kids moved out.
Yeah, so about 5 years ago when we took a love language test. And so if you haven't ever done a love language test, you can do it. There's an
online.
App. It's online. It's super easy to do.
It's online.
Yeah.
I mean, you can find it anywhere.
You can find it anywhere. Just Google love languages.
Mm-hmm.
And so the 5 love languages are, those?
Words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, acts of service, and words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, and gifts. How could I forget?
Gifts. And so the interesting thing, we took that.
Yes, we've taken it a couple of times.
We've taken it a couple of times. It really hadn't changed.
No, not at all.
Not at all. And interesting, my number one love language is acts of service. Mm-hmm. Your number one love language is?
Physical touch.
Physical touch.
And my second one?
My number 5 is?
Physical touch.
And your number 5 is?
Acts of service. Could care less.
Yep. So.
And number 2 for me is gifts, and that's the second to bottom.
That's the second to bottom for me.
Mm-hmm.
And when we took that, we started to understand why we were having conflict.
Right, because statistically,
very good.
Thanks. You will love your partner the way you want to be loved. So I wanted to be touched, so I'm always trying to touch you, and couldn't understand why you didn't respond in the way that I felt you should.
Because then a lot of times you go, "Well, do you love me?"
Yes.
Well, yeah. I mean,
or like if I want to rub things like your hand, or with my leg, and he's immediately, okay, that's enough. Stop doing that. Like, it's irritating to him, and that would hurt my feelings a lot.
And then if you want to touch me in public,
that's a no-go. No-go, ghostwriter. We do not, we're not touching each other in the public.
Holding hands. I mean, hold hands. I've gotten better.
You've gotten better.
Yeah. We'll hold hands.
But that physical touch in the public eyes, and that was not the way I was raised. I was not raised that way. They were more
huggy, like,
yes.
Like, I don't even really hug anybody.
And I came from a real huggy family. Mm-hmm. And just have a seat there. Yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube, you probably see our big dog right in the middle of us.
Yeah.
Just taking out the camera.
And so that was a huge adjustment for me. And so that, if you don't know, I mean, like, it would just hurt my feelings that you weren't responding in the way I was loving you. And I was not responding in the way you were loving me, because you could have done all the things for me, and I would be like, yeah, well, good try.
See, I thought that's what it was. And you weren't, I mean, acts of service above and beyond. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I do appreciate, doing little things around the house and things like that. But that just it's not a big deal to me.
And so then when we realized that we were at opposite ends, and we had never realized that we were trying to love the other person like we showed love.
Like we wanted to be
loved. And so that's how we were showing it.
Right. Because that's what you know.
Because that's what we thought. We didn't know there was other ways.
Yeah.
4 other ways to be exact.
Yes.
And so really, it's really about understanding how you feel loved and then understanding how the other person feels loved, and doing what they feel, loving them in a way that they feel loved,
Right.
because it really shows an act of caring and understanding
Hmm.
when you are loving someone else in a way that's how they receive love.
Yes.
And so now you're giving love in a way that they receive it, because you might have been giving it in what you thought was love,
Right.
but to them are
Like,
like,
I couldn't understand why you would not want to hold my hand
and that's why you'd
or
ask me,
always be touching me.
and you'd ask me, well, do you love me? Do you love me? I'm
Mhm.
like, well, why? I've done all these things for you, and you're
And I'm
still
like,
asking.
because you've done nothing for me.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the way I felt. Yeah. I had to ask because I couldn't tell.
And so for me, it's not um, it's not. Oh, that's the tango, not to you, the dog. So it really has to be a real effort for me to think about um, loving you in that way, because touch doesn't come naturally for me.
At all.
Hmm.
Like, in my opinion, if you're in the vehicle and we're both sitting in the front seat, there would be no reason why we would not be holding hands
Hmm.
the entire trip. And that is a real effort for you.
Yes.
Like, I will have to reach over to get your hand. And then we only do that for a little bit. I need my hand back
And then
over
back
here.
10 and 2.
Yes. Yes.
It's just, yeah, and part of it is too. Then of both of us understanding that of the other person.
Right.
So then when I go 10 and 2 on the steering wheel, you don't get upset.
I don't think, I wonder what I just did. Did I squeeze his hand too hard? Or did he get mad about something I did last week? Or, I mean, why all of a sudden does he not want to hold my hand? He probably, something happened. He thought of something, and it's not that at all. It's that, okay, there's enough of that. So,
And if I get upset about, well, why didn't she do that? It's because it's not something you would think of doing for me. Because to me, so active or touch for you shows love. If
mhm,
you do something for me, that makes me feel like, okay, she took the time to do
mhm,
it, and I don't have to do it, and so that means a lot.
mhm.
And so that's you, because that doesn't come naturally for you.
No, no.
And so I have to know that if she didn't do something for me that maybe I expected or thought she should, that was never your expectation.
Right,
That was
right.
just mine. And so I go, well, that's not her love language. And so
Mhm,
that doesn't come natural.
mhm. Right.
And really it saves a lot of discussions
Yes.
and arguments, because we kind of stopped that before
Right,
we ever started it.
right.
And then I know, if I go do a bunch of acts of service for you, that's not going to mean near as much as if I hold your hand while giving you a gift.
Mhm. Yes, please do that
I mean, that's going to be
every day.
every day. That's going to be more meaningful to you.
Yes. Yeah. And at first when we did that, and I mean, I wasn't surprised by my love languages, but at the same time, I think that some people think, "Oh my gosh, how shallow that you feel loved by getting gifts." But it's not necessarily a big extravagant gift. It's just the whole thought of, in my eyes, I thought of you and I got this for you. It could be a snack. I love a snack. It could be anything. I'm just a little surprised. I can remember I always used to say as a joke, but not really, "Did you bring me a surprise home?" And he didn't. And I would always think, well, if I just kept asking, then he would bring me a surprise home, where that would never be on your radar.
And so then too, when you would do that, then it would give me like some anxiety and worry, like,
What
okay,
should I do? I'm
I was
not
supposed
doing
to
enough,
get something, I'm not doing enough.
and I don't know what to
I
get.
don't know what to get. I don't know what to do. And then I would come home kind of grumpy,
Very.
because I'm thinking, well, why'd you put me on the spot like that? I was
Yes.
on my way home from work. Where am I going to stop? What am I going to do?
Yeah.
And I thought all these things.
Yes. Whereas I said it just kind of more as a joke, but probably at the same time thought maybe he will stop and get me something. But once we realized we were on opposite ends, that we were just going to have to meet it in the middle. And no, when I do an act of service for you, that's a huge deal. And if you were to get me a gift or sit in the chair with me, that's a huge deal for you.
Hmm.
Or even better, if we were in public and you put your arm around me,
Even bigger.
that would be huge. But you have to learn those things.
Hmm.
And you can do those love language tests even with your kids to know how to better serve your children as well. I mean, once you know your kids' love language, it kind of will change that communication as well.
Hmm. Because it could be affection.
Yeah, it could. And maybe you're not affection.
Maybe you're bringing them all these stuffs or buying them all or doing all these things. You go, I'm doing everything for them. I don't know why this kid
Yeah.
is, not
Yeah.
feeling loved.
Hmm.
And then you realize they just want some more hugs. They want some more
Hmm.
attention, words of affirmation.
Yeah.
I mean,
Your second one is words of affirmation.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And it just makes a big difference. I mean,
Mhm.
our relationship over the last 5 years of being married for almost 22 years.
Hmm.
And so, I mean, what that 17 years? We went 17 years really having a lot of arguments. And if we think about those, a lot of them revolved around not knowing each other's love language
And not communicating.
and not communicating.
Hmm.
Um, and because the love language, I think, is in the first way to show love,
Hmm.
but it's also part of communication.
Right. Just like you sharing that, like I'm driving home from work and now this creates all this anxiety. Well, you would never have came home and told me that
Hmm.
at that time because there was a lack of communication all around. So, it's a communication. You're going to have to communicate with each other to kind of know where the other one's coming from.
And communication, things important. It doesn't mean right or wrong,
That's correct.
even though you want to say I'm always right.
I mean, I would probably be right, but you're right. It is not always about right or wrong.
It's about what being a listener
Hmm.
and also speaking, and also a communication means coming from a place of understanding. It doesn't mean that there's right or wrong. We may still disagree
Hmm.
with each other, but we then know where the other one's coming from.
Right.
And so then we can have that disagree with each other, understand where the other one's coming from without having emotions tied behind it. I'm mad at you. I'm upset with you.
Hmm.
I'm angry at you because we simply understand where the other person is coming from.
Right.
And we come together later, but at the moment, it really is sometimes just about a place of understanding.
Yes, for sure.
And communication is really how do if you have to speak more or listen more to be a good communicator.
You have
And
to
we
listen
feel
more.
listen more.
Hmm. You have 2 ears.
2 ears, one mouth.
Hmm.
Um, and it really is. I want to hear what you're saying.
Right. And I think sometimes when you're in those moments, you really have to take a moment to think, what are they saying? Because normally during an argument, I'm just going to say, like, if we were to argue, when you're saying things, I'm already thinking of, well, what I'm about to say, because I'm going to debunk what you just said. And I'm not even really listening to what you're saying because I'm preparing my comeback in my head. So if you would actually just take that moment to, oh, that's what they're saying. And then,
And then allow the other person to pause before they respond.
yes.
So then that way you do know that they are actively
Because once it
listening.
comes out of your mouth, it's out and you can't put it back in. It doesn't work.
Not like a boomerang.
No, it doesn't come
It doesn't
back.
come back to you and you get to
Mm-mm.
keep it.
Nope.
And,
There was a song about that one. It
what
was
was it?
called "My Boomerang Won't Come Back." It's probably from the 1960s.
I don't
Sorry,
think
just,
so.
there is. I'll let you listen to it when we get done.
My boomerang will come back.
My boomerang won't come back. I could sing it, but y'all don't want me to do that. But it's like a real folksy type song.
Okay.
Do any of our listeners know "My Boomerang Won't Come Back"? I really want to sing it so bad, but I won't.
Okay. That's
Okay.
probably good.
I have a mic.
To the world. Anyhow, boomerang coming back. Once words are out,
Yes.
they don't come back. And sometimes, really, in communication, that pause is so important. That 5-second
It's
pause.
just sometimes it could just even be 2 seconds. Sometimes
Hmm.
you just need to. I need to think about my words.
And I think when we say communication, we're really talking about effective communication,
Right. Yeah.
because so many people say, "Well, we communicate,"
Yeah.
but it's not effective communication.
Yeah.
And effective communication comes from listening and understanding of the other person,
Hmm.
and giving them time to talk, a space to talk,
Hmm.
to be able to feel heard
And to be heard.
and to be heard,
Hmm.
because that's just super important.
Yeah, and not to just be shut down, because at that moment you feel like what you said was not valid.
Hmm. And then so then what happens over years?
That just keeps building, and you just keep storing those blocks, and they just keep building up until you have a whole wall up, and then you think it doesn't matter. I'm just let you whatever you want to say. It's
Because
not
anything
good.
I say, you're going to
Because
shut me down.
yeah, anything I'm going to say, you have a comeback for, or you have something better to say, and it just doesn't ever work.
And so a lot of relationship, marriage problems that our communication problems didn't happen overnight. It was those small things of early on, maybe
Hmm.
getting shut down and not
Hmm.
listening. And then so we're humans.
Hmm.
So you go, well, why would I tell him or her that if she or he's going to shut me down?
Yeah. Or if I've told them, and I've told them, and I've told them, and nothing changed, why would I continue to tell them?
Hmm.
Yeah.
And and so it just takes time.
Hmm.
And if you are not effective communicators, and maybe you're having challenges in your marriage right now, that's a great place to start.
Love language.
Is love languages, because again, it opens up the doors for conversation.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, obviously, because when we realized that we were hello, sorry about that, exact opposites. Well, that was I mean, it was a big talk
mhm.
and a big eye opener.
And then we're intentional about, because then when we can intentionally love the person in the way they do,
Hmm.
we start to realize we can communicate better, and
Hmm.
so it just kind of starts coming naturally how we can do that. But again, it's 5 years later,
Hmm.
since we took that, and we still work on it.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh,
it's still an active thought for me.
yes, it is. So much so that we just made a commitment to each other, and one of those things is be
Be
excited,
excited to see the other person.
see the other person, because he's horrible about just me walking in somewhere.
Well, now usually it's because I'm at work.
I agree, but
So we have a fitness studio that's
uh-huh.
all female,
Hmm.
and so if I'm in
All female.
all female
Mhm.
doing a class, um, training, anything like that, usually you come in, I think I'm working, and so we made.
Yes, because I feel like when I come in, it should be like, "Hi, how are you?" Or like, "I'm so excited." Like the facial expression should change, and you should light up like
Hmm.
I light up the world. And I would feel like it would be like this. He's still over there teaching, and now you're going to go to, and he would just keep on, and so one of our commitments that we made to each other was to be excited, and the same time, like when you come home at night,
Yes,
sometimes I'm
we're
like,
excited for each other, not just me.
yes,
It's
that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
I'm not necessarily, I mean, like I'm kind of already in my chill
wind down.
down time, and when you come in, I have to really think about, hey, how was your day? And forget the fact that I've been here all day.
Hmm.
And so it was mutually that I feel like the other one kind of thought, well, I'm right here. Hey,
On both, yeah,
on
at
both
both
ends.
places, yeah.
Yeah. So,
And so that was part of our New Year's reset
uh-huh,
for commitment to our marriage. There was about 5 or 6 things on there.
uh-huh,
We made a contract and we signed it and dated it. And we put it in a frame and sitting in our on our bathroom counter so we see it
every day.
every day. And really, and I mean, the first day she came in and looked at me and I was like,
I was waiting for the big
I mean,
excitement,
I forgot on day one.
day one, and I
Yeah,
had to say,
yeah.
hey, hey, boy.
And so the second day when she came in, we were having classes over the microphone. I said, "Hey, Kim." Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just those
And
little
it was
things.
fun. I mean, we made
And we
fun
make it
with it.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we have to make it fun because to me, that sets up my day.
Hmm.
You've already been at it for a while,
Hmm.
but that's my first, you know,
It's kind of the start of your day.
it's the
Well, I've
start
already
of
been
my
at
day.
it for maybe a couple hours. Or,
Yeah.
yeah. And so again, it just takes work. I
Yeah.
mean,
And
we're
those are
still,
silly things that we
yeah,
just did.
yeah.
I mean, it's silly to other people, but, and it is silly to us, but that's what makes it fun because it makes us remember to be still 21, almost 22 years later, to still be excited when our favorite person walks in the door.
Mm-hmm. Because we'll both say Kim doesn't have the best husband, and I don't have the best wife.
I mean,
But
you are my favorite husband.
and you are my favorite wife.
That's right, because best and favorite are two different things.
What's the difference?
Well, anybody can say vanilla bean ice cream is the best ice cream.
And I can say I like chocolate.
And somebody can argue that point of, well, not really, because I like strawberry. But if I were to say vanilla bean ice cream is my favorite ice cream, well, who's to say it's not? They can't say, oh, I mean, they just go, oh, okay, well, chocolate is my favorite. Well, great. You have your favorite and I have mine.
Mm-hmm.
You are my favorite.
And you're my favorite.
Yeah. So we're not I may be the best wife, but I may not.
But
I
you're
am your
definitely
favorite.
100% my favorite.
That's right.
Um,
Little things that we learn throughout the years.
yeah, it's little
things.
word choices that we do, and just little things that, I mean, you'll find as you listen each week, we can do some goofy things,
Yep.
but it makes us laugh. It makes us smile.
We do laugh a lot.
Yeah. We both say we're the most fun couple we know.
We are.
Yeah.
We have a lot of laughs together.
And probably if you ask other people, we're pretty boring.
We are very boring.
But
our kids would think we're boring. Our friends think we're boring, but we really do laugh a lot
at each other, and we have a good time. But it's taken a lot of years, a lot of work.
It has. We didn't used to go to bed and laugh at the day or the things that we would say to each other.
We'd go to bed mad
and rolled over, and yeah.
And most every night we have a big belly laugh. If something happens, I don't know. Usually something happens that we laugh and it's funny, and that's what we go to bed to.
Yep.
So we worked on the communication, and each week we want to leave you with a hot take that you can take with you. And Kim is the hot take girl. We don't script anything, but the hot take is the one thing we do because she's in charge of it, and we do not want her going off that script.
No, we don't.
The hot take for today is
love languages are effort languages. If you put an effort to learn my love language and then you love me in that way, then I know that you put an effort.
That's good.
Thanks. Yeah. I didn't have all that scripted. Just the first part. I added to it.
Yeah, that's good. So it really does. It shows when the love language, it shows an effort. Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes, a lot of times, that's where marriages start to get in trouble, is when there's a lack of effort.
A lack of effort.
And a lack of response. Mm-hmm. And that goes for both parts. There's no one that's not it's a two-person party.
It is a two-person party.
And if only one person is working at the party's going to not go so well.
It's not going to be a fun party.
Right. No. So it's got to be a two-person party.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So your hot take is love languages. It's the effort that goes into your marriage. So go out there and take that love language. Mm-hmm. And I encourage you and your spouse to take those love languages. Test. You can find them anywhere. Just Google it and see. And I think you'll be very interested to find if you've been having communication problems over the years. Doesn't matter if you've been married 5 years or 30 years. Take it and see where you're at and see how you can improve. No matter where you're at, you'll be able to improve.
And love your spouse that way.
And love your spouse in their way.
Not yours.
Not yours. In their way. So, and that will help improve communication. So thank you, each of you, for joining us on Marriage Hot Takes. And we look forward to seeing you right here in the next episode.